Nice. What's up guys, Ethan here with Living Off the Land. It's a rainy Saturday morning here in South Dakota and I'm super excited because I'm going on a road trip this morning. I'm driving over to meet my brother in southeast Minnesota. My wife is out of town for the weekend, so it's a perfect opportunity to go do some camping. We're hoping to also do some trout fishing, hiking, maybe even some caving. We're all loaded down. I'm gonna get on the road now. Our plan this afternoon is to try some trout fishing. Obviously it's raining here. Hopefully it's not raining over in southeast Minnesota. We'll see. The forecast for this weekend looks a little bit on the wet side. So who knows? We're gonna try camping anyways, and I'm sure it's gonna be a good time. Well, here's our campsite. I'm gonna get the tent set up, and then my brother's gonna be getting here in a few minutes. We're gonna get a fire going and make some lunch. It's about 1 o'clock right now, and we're both starving. So we're gonna cook up some food and have lunch, and then head out this afternoon and do some trout fishing. It's starting to rain, which is great to get the tent up while it's still a little bit dry. We have a fire going here, and once this burns down to embers, we're gonna put on some pulled pork and aluminum foil. All right, we got some nice coals going here. Got a foil pack with some leftover pulled pork. Ooh, that smells so good. There we go. Tiny little guy. He is maybe 4 inches long. We're gonna send him back. Get bigger, buddy. It's a little brown trout. Nice. There you go, man. That's awesome. Here we go.
Is that the same guy?
No, I think it's different.
Yeah,
It's just all that same caliber. They're all so small. Man, these guys are fun to catch though. Another brown trout. We're looking for the big daddy of them all. Oh, I had a nice one on there. I lost him. Man, that looked really nice. I don't know if you saw that flash there, but that was definitely a good sized trout. That would have been a nice one. Go back and get him again. Oh yeah, here we go. This is more like it. Nice. Check it out, guys. It's a nice little brown trout right there. So pretty. That is great. He is definitely a keeper. Ooh, there's a nice little strike. Swing and a miss. Huh. Another little trout struck at it. I think there's tons of trout in here. The water's so pretty in these streams. It gets pretty deep right here. I really like the look of this place. There's 3 pretty nice trout that just skittered right by. They're so fast. It's almost unbelievable. There we go. Nice. Another little fingerling brown trout. These guys are awesome. You know, if you caught your limit of these guys, you could definitely make a meal. And it'd be kind of like sardines or something. And I actually have done that before with my brothers, the North Shore Superior. We've caught a whole mess of these little trout, fried them up, and they're absolutely delicious. And they definitely can make a meal. But, you know, this guy's gonna grow up into a bigger trout, and so we're gonna let him back. We're gonna go for some bigger guys. Here we go. Another little fingerling. We're gonna do a foil pack tonight. I'm just gonna gut this guy and then wash him off good and then leave him whole. It's a really great way to do fish if they're small like this and if you're trying to max out the meat since we only have this one guy. All right, so we got this guy gutted, got him all washed off good, scrubbed him. We're gonna go ahead and put this guy back in some water in a baggie, throw him in the cooler until we're ready to foil pack him once we get the fire going a little later. It just started raining a little bit too, and that is some thunder, so hopefully it doesn't storm tonight. So right when I finished cleaning that fish, it started pouring rain. There's a lot of thunderstorms moving through the area. So we actually just ran into the nearest town and bought ourselves a cheap polytarp from the dollar store that was still open. I'm gonna rig up a bit of a rain fly just so that we can sit out and not get rained on if and when it comes back raining. Hopefully we stay pretty dry. They're out of rope at the dollar store, but thankfully I always carry some in my van. We got some really just rough and ready improvised stakes here. Check out our improvised lean-to here. This will keep us nice and dry. It's been raining pretty much steadily since we've started the fire here. It's been pretty heavy, honestly, at some points. So having this rain fly is gonna make a world of difference. All right, we got our trout here. It's all cleaned, ready to go. All we're gonna do is just add some butter and then a lemon. Definitely can be generous with the butter. A couple tablespoons. And this lemon, we'll go ahead and just slice him. Get that juice all up in there. And I'm just gonna cube this butter a little bit smaller. And then we'll put a couple pieces inside the fish. Some more just kind of around him. And that's it. We're just gonna leave him whole like that. And then we're just gonna wrap this guy up. This guy is ready to drop into some embers. This is a really, really good bed of coals. It is blasting hot. I'm gonna try to cover over the top of it, just so hopefully it cooks a little bit more evenly that way. All right, this fish has been on the fire for at least 5 minutes, so I'm gonna take it off. We're gonna open it up and see how it is. Check it out. That is looking good. It's gonna be more done on the other side compared to this side. That skin just comes right off. Oh, this looks so good. I'm just gonna take some of it right out like that. Here we go, some nice brown trout. It doesn't get any fresher than this. That is so good. It's honestly, it's kind of like salmon. If you've never had trout before, they're basically just like mini salmon. Oh, look at that. That is gonna be amazing. The best part about doing fish this way in the fire is that you can just pull that skeleton right out there with the backbone. You can clean the meat off this guy, then you're left with just pure meat there and skin. You can eat the skin too. It's super delicious. This tail is nicely crisped. I'm just gonna eat that. Fish and chips. Got a nice big piece here. Wow. That really hits the spot. Well, we're super thankful. The rain let up for pretty much our entire supper. It's about midnight now, and I just finished up washing the dishes, and we're exhausted. So we're gonna go ahead and get our sleeping bags and pads and everything into the tent right now, since we have a little break from the rain, and we're gonna head off to bed. We'll see you guys in the morning. What's up, guys? Good morning. We slept pretty well last night. I slept soundly until probably about 4 in the morning when it really started raining hard, and it poured rain pretty much from 4 till about 8 this morning. So we just stayed in the tent until then, and now I've gotten up and out, and I'm about to start making some breakfast. I'm gonna make blueberry pancakes. These pancakes are my favorite recipe for pancakes. It's actually my own recipe. I came up with it over the course of like over a year of most Saturday mornings making pancakes some way or another, and just kind of tweaking, fine-tuning the recipe. And so I'll share the recipe with you guys in the video description. Yeah, so check that out. But let's get going. Let's make some breakfast. So these are the dry ingredients. I already pre-mixed all of these at home, and I just have them in a gallon baggie so that I don't have to mess with that here. The other wet ingredients though, I did bring along, so we'll add those as we go along. A cup of buttermilk mixed with 1 cup of regular milk. Doesn't really matter the percentage. I think this is 1%. You can knock yourself out, get whole, whatever you want. 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Farm fresh eggs from back home. 2 of these guys. There's our egg, and the secret ingredient is vanilla. So I brought along a couple teaspoons worth in a little baggie, and had some secondary containment just in case this got out in the cooler. That would be very bad. Oh, the vanilla smells amazing. Go ahead and mix together all of your wet ingredients. All right, there's that. And then we'll go ahead and pour in the dries. And I brought along some extra flour. Sometimes you do have to add a little bit more dry, or even, add a little bit more milk depending on the consistency. You just kind of have to play it by ear and just get it to the consistency that you like, that you think is appropriate for pancakes. You don't want it so runny that it just pours all over the pan, but also you don't want it so thick that you can't really pour it out a little bit. You don't want to over incorporate this. You just want to basically mix it until the point where most of the big clumps are broken up, and probably most of the little clumps too, and maybe you just have a clump or 2 every now and then mixed throughout. And then we're gonna let this stand. I've always been told that it's important to let the pancake batter sit for a while. I don't know if it is or not. That's what I always do, is just let it stand for at least a couple minutes. All right. It's gonna be pretty good, I think. Using an old Coleman stove today. If you guys have never seen one of these, they're great. They're really, really just a nice platform to work on. It's basically, just like a big burner, almost like in your home. They run off white gas. So they'll start bubbling, and once they get to the point where those bubbles are sinking into little wells and they're staying put and they're not disappearing, then you know you're about ready to flip. You can always just check underneath too and see how it's looking. Oh yeah, this guy's gonna be ready. Oh, look at that. Nice, like golden brown. Gonna get a little bit of butter on there. Oh man, that is a thick stack of pancakes right there. Look at that cross section. I'll try some of this. Wow, that is good. The vanilla is what makes these. It's such a good combo with the sausage. That is a great breakfast. Well, we're gonna finish off eating breakfast, do the dishes, and then figure out what we're gonna do for the rest of the morning. You guys, Mystery Cave was absolutely awesome. We did the geology tour. I would highly recommend it. We got the rain fly broken down, and we got our tent taken down too. So we're all packed up, and we haven't eaten anything since breakfast this morning, which the pancakes held us over remarkably well. But yeah, it's about 6 o'clock now, and we're very hungry. So we're gonna go eat at a restaurant nearby, and then we're gonna try some more fishing and see if we can't get some trout, more like the one that we ate last night. And we'll see if we have any luck. I've seen a couple really nice trout. This is all stinging nettles here. Just gonna cautiously knock it down. And oh, I just got some through my pants. That's alright. Wow, it is so pretty down in here. Well, we fished for the better part of 45 minutes and didn't catch a single fish. We were definitely having better luck yesterday, so we're gonna call it. We had a blast. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys can join for the next video.